Tonight we're going to talk about why go all out in June. So if you don't know, this is like the Super Bowl of Mary Kay. And if you know me at all, you know I live for this month. I absolutely like eat, sleep, and breathe for it. So this is the month where miracles can happen. I'm going to take you back to my very first June that I had as a sales director. I had become a sales director on December 1st, and it was a small 7 months later, and we needed 32,000 wholesale to finish our first pink Cadillac. And my friends, when you talk that number, if you talk to any sales directors, I'm sure that they could write in the chat that it's a pretty hefty number, especially for a new sales director to be like, okay, we're going to do $32,000 in a month. And I will tell you that I absolutely did not believe anything but that it was going to happen. And my friends, we finished and crossed the line and earned our first pink Cadillac on June 30th of our very first June ever. And I want to tell you that because that very moment where I didn't ask anybody else what they thought, I didn't poll anyone else. I truly just looked at what I needed and what God had put on my heart, and I went to work to make it happen. I gave zero opportunity for anybody to give me any doubt, to talk me down, to shrink my goal, nothing. And so I want you guys to know how imperative that is when you are setting June goals. So we just talked about this. We had a little strategy meeting with our units beforehand. And, I was talking about when we strategize for June. So I think it's super important to build our characters in June. June is the month that can build our characters. So when you are looking at what does my goal need to be? What do I want it to be? I feel like there are some essential things you need to ask yourself. Number one, is this a goal that I feel like I could easily accomplish? So do I feel like this is a piece of cake? Number two, is this a goal that I feel like I could accomplish with a little bit of effort? So if your answer is yes to one or two, your goal is not big enough, because what I'm looking for is number three. Is this a goal that I can only accomplish if God steps in? That's the goal I'm looking for, my friends. That's where we want to show up. Okay, so this is not a, can I see it? Can I strategize it? Can I map it out? Can I figure it all out? Oh my gosh, yes. And even so, if I do this, and this happens, then it all aligns. It's still not the goal that we're looking for. It's not, because we're not giving God a place to play. And let me tell you, after 22 years in this business, it hit me like an epiphany last night and yesterday when I was literally crying on my couch to my friend Jessica Younger and Tiffany and Jamie Lewis, like having a breakdown for my day, because I looked at what our goal needed to be for our unit and I could not wrap my head around it. Could not. And my dear friend Jess Younger said to me, why don't you sit in it and pray in it? And how does it feel? Do you feel like you're being an authentic leader by having this goal? Now, I don't think she was trying to judge like what the answer was going to be, but here's what I want you to know. When I sat in it, as I started to change the goal. So even if you're a consultant and your goal is to become a star consultant, even if it's to do 225, even if it's whatever it is, I don't care what it is, if it feels big to you. When I sat in it for a minute, I felt more unauthentic to change the goal and shrink it back than I did to step into the unknown, because I truly felt like God was saying, if you want to grow, you got to get through all this that you're feeling. If you want to get to the good, you better work through everything that you're feeling, every doubt, every fear, and figure out how to move anyway. And I do feel like that is what God calls us to. I love June for this reason. Do I feel like God made June and Mary Kay so it would grow our faith? I don't know. Maybe he did. But I do feel like it is a month that can absolutely grow who we are as humans and change the course of our lives. I have had so many people in my life that have been consultants, that have gone full out in June, that have moved on to other careers, and tell me that June was the very thing that stretched their minds and their brains to teach them how to shoot for something that looked impossible, put the work behind it, and believe for God to show up. Like, guys, this is a muscle that we have to exercise. So I did watch a little training today that a friend gave to me, and it basically talked about that we have to train our faith and our belief just as much as we train everything else. So if you go to the gym and you're lifting weights and they're easy weights and it's no challenge at all, your muscles are not going to grow. They're not. But if you want those muscles to grow, then you have to challenge yourself. You have to feel pain. You have to do things that feel hard and like you can't. And so your faith is the same way. You've got to set a goal that you feel like you can't do So you can hit the big things that God can show up and do. So guys, let me just shrink that down. It doesn't matter what that goal is. It doesn't have to be a 5,000 wholesale goal. If you've never done a star in 1 month, never done an 1,800 wholesale in 1 month, why not shoot for it? If you've never earned a red jacket and added 3 great start qualified people to your team in 1 month, then get bold, get big, because that's where God shows up.
Yay! Thank you, JB.